We kick off rivalry week, hate week between your number 4 Miami Hurricanes and the Florida Gators. We're going to go behind the scenes on both teams with a Miami Hurricanes legend and a Florida Gators legend.
You are Locked On Canes, your daily podcast on the Miami Hurricanes, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Happy Monday, if there is such a thing. I am Alex Donno, University of Miami alumnus, co-host of Locked On ACC and host of Postgame on the Hurricanes Radio Network. And thank you to the everydayers for making Locked On Canes your first listen. We're available free wherever you get your podcasts. We're free on YouTube. We're part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Right now, new customers can bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. Download FanDuel today. On this loaded episode, we're going to talk with a Miami Hurricanes legend, a Florida Gators legend, about the massive pregame party that they're hosting this weekend. We'll get their keys on the Hurricanes, on the Gators, and what has to happen for either side to pull off the victory. We'll talk about the state of the teams, with Miami obviously moving in one direction, that's up, and Florida moving in the opposite direction. We have so much to break down. Let's first bring it. It's not Tuesday, but he's got an extra appearance this week. Bruce Warner, the truth teller, is with us. Bruce, how you feeling heading into Florida week?
Well, coming off what happened the other night or whatever, I'm feeling pretty good. But again, I'm nervous because anytime there's a rivalry, anything could happen. So, and I know we talked about this last week. I promoted this. There's a big tailgate party on Friday at the Hard Rock. So I get a text a couple of weeks ago from one of these guys, and we're invited. You're going. So let me introduce two of the former greats of the Gators and the Canes, Lewis Oliver from the Gators and my man Duane Starks from the Canes. Welcome to the show, you guys. Great to see you.
Man, thanks for having us. Thanks for having us.
You got it.
Thanks for having us.
So tell us a little bit more about this party. Then we'll get into the Canes versus the Gators. And you guys, I told these guys, to all our listeners, whatever viewers, they can talk smack because you might as well just keep it the way it used to be. Just talk smack. We don't care. Just keep out those F-bombs, but we'll be okay.
I think that me and Lewis kind of we're so close we don't want to talk smack to each other, but I think we established that this might be the worst year for Florida in a while. So I'm gonna let him off the hook a little bit.
Yeah, he's very kind. He's very kind. And D, I appreciate that coming from you. Before the season start, now, if we had this conversation before the season start, I would be talking so much that my face would turn blue. Right now, I'm a little quiet based off of our record, the performances of the last two games, the chaos that's happening around my college team. So just be gentle. Just be gentle.
Well, and I want to start here. I want to start with Lewis, just kind of on what he sees with the state of the Gators. I just want everyone to know, and the Miami Dolphins fans listening to this already know this, like, we share that allegiance with Lewis. So Lewis and I, we may differ on our college allegiances, right, but he's a Miami Dolphin. I'm a Miami Dolphin fan through and through, which means it was also a really bad couple of weekends for Lewis with what let's focus on your Florida Gators. The loss at home to South Florida.
Tragic.
Played better in Baton Rouge, but 5 interceptions by Lagway in a 2010 loss to LSU. Talk to me about what's not going right now in Gainesville, Lewis, and what you see sort of the issues surrounding that team.
Right now, it's almost like we're in a free fall. The chaos is there, the doubt is there, the lack of direction is there. Seems like, and I just don't. I've never seen a Florida team this bad, and be so talented. I don't know if these guys just feel like they're entitled to win or are supposed to win. But you have to go out there and when you play these games, especially at the level that football in the SEC, playing against teams like Miami and Florida State and LSU and Georgia, you got to be ready every week. You got to be ready every day. And my team for the past couple of weeks, I just don't know what's going on up there. I can't put my finger on it. I mean, it's a combination of things. I think it's coaching. I think it's the players. I think it's a lot of things. But if we don't right this ship real soon, it's gonna be the fate of the Titanic. And coming in here against this Miami team that's got dogs on all sides of the ball, the special teams. I'm a realist. I don't like to sugarcoat anything. I'm not gonna sit here and fluff us up. This shit ain't gonna be good.
You guys, either one of you guys can answer this. So, what's the mindset of those players, knowing that their coach is in the hot seat, knowing that nationally, and of course in Gainesville, he's getting his rear end handed to him by anybody because they just don't look good. No, they were bad last year. He turned it around. What do you think is the mindset? And I asked Lewis off the air, Duane, but do you come down to Miami in a couple of days really ready to play, or you're in such a fog because of what's going on, you can't really focus on the Canes? What do you think?
Well, to answer the first part of your question about the mindset and about the coach, I think the players have to be realistic because one of the things is their job is on the line. With this portal and this NIL stuff that's going on, they have to look themselves in the mirror and say, am I doing the job that needs to get done? Not only would the coach get fired, maybe I'm going to be replaced. So until they come with that reality, that's going to be an issue that's they're going to have to face. I think that's the most important part of it. Coming to Miami, of course, it's a rivalry game. You're coming to a team that is gelling on all cylinders right now. I'm talking about guys that improved on the line. I think we're about 20, 30 pounds heavier than what we were last year with our defensive line and offensive line as well. So, I think we're gelling in the right direction as the University of Miami team. We've come a long way, and we've been down that road that Florida looks like they're on the path of going down, over the past 15 years, what we had to deal with. And, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
See golf clubs back there. What do you want, a golf course?
He's living that life.
Yeah, look, he's in the golf course with the golf cart.
He's in the car. He was driving the cart, Duane Starks, while he was talking with us. I love
listen,
that.
I am supporting a charity right now. So I have to do my community service.
Good for you. Well, and let me quick, Duane. You must be pleased. And by the way, we're talking with Lewis Oliver, Gator legend, a legendary safety, Duane Starks. Both of these guys first round draft picks. Duane, of course,
six in the Super Bowl against the Giants, baby.
Yep.
Six.
Exactly.
Yep.
He's got the Super Bowl ring on. Duane Starks, Miami Hurricanes, great. And Duane, you must be pleased in watching the improvements to the defensive backfield and the defense in general this year compared to last year.
Well, I am definitely pleased at seeing the D-line being a lot more powerful this year. I think that helps the DBs in any case, not having a whole lot more time to get rid of the ball. I don't have to cover for, 4 or 5, 4 or 5 seconds, okay, but 6 and 7 seconds is not going to get it. So I'm impressed with that. The young guys are making plays. Of course, Ruben Bain is applying pressure. Em Scott. So it's just been amazing to watch these kids this year.
All right, so when we come back, Bruce and Lewis and Duane, I want to get into game mode because it's going down Saturday, 7:30 p.m. National TV on ABC, and College Game Day is going to be in Coral Gables morning of. So there's a lot to get to. Keys for the Miami Hurricanes to try and continue to take care of business and play the way they've been playing versus Florida, who has an opportunity to come away with the top 4 upset win after a disappointing start. You want to keep it locked right here. We're only getting started on this brand new episode of Locked On Canes. My friends, caffeine just got a flavor upgrade. 5-Hour Energy shots deliver tasty caffeine in 17 bold flavors. Each 2-ounce shot packs the caffeine of a premium 12-ounce cup of coffee, plus B vitamins and nutrients with 0 sugar and 0 crashes. What I love most about 5-Hour is how portable they are. Big taste, tiny shot. You can take it anywhere and get that boost whenever you need it. Folks, I love the grape flavor. I've loved it for years because it's refreshing, gives me that quick lift before a busy day. honestly, I love how fast 5-Hour Energy kicks in and that it's sugar-free, so I don't have to worry about crashing later. Enough with the boring, flavorless caffeine. It's time to give your caffeine a flavor upgrade with 5-Hour Energy shots. Get the favorites you love or be bold and try something new in-store and online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon today. Back here on Locked On Canes, we got the truth teller Bruce Warner with us. We've got Gator and Miami Dolphin legend Louis Oliver with us. We got Miami Hurricanes legend and Super Bowl champion Duane Starks with us. Bruce, let me start with you because you've been telling me you and I always get nervous before every game. But how are you feeling? 5 days out of this Florida clash.
Nervous. I mean, I can't say. Look, it's a rivalry game. We went to Tallahassee in 90, and we won wide right. And they came down here with wide right too. And I think we were rated higher than them. But that's what happens in these games. So anything could happen. Now, I wanted to ask Louis what he thinks needs to change for the Gators. It can't all be on Lagway. Although that was a horrible performance, he's got to bounce back. How can they beat this team with this defense that Miami has?
It can't all be on Lagway. It can't all be on the offense either, or defense. But what Duane alluded to was absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. As each individual player, you got to take it upon yourself to say, look here, I'm going to prepare myself as best as I can. And when I get out there on that field, I'm going to give 1,000%. And that's how we get better as a team. Everybody individually taking responsibility to how they prepare, how they get ready to play the game. And when they're out there on that field, you giving it 1,000% all day, every day. So it's just, if our team doesn't take self reflection and build on that, we're gonna be in trouble. But like I said, a wounded wolf, a wounded lion, when you back them into a corner, all you can do is fight. And that's all I want my Gators to do this Saturday is fight and fight like their lives are dependent on it.
But you know what? I thought they played that way against LSU. They had chances. Yeah. They didn't convert. They only gave up 20 points. I don't think LSU is that good. In my opinion, if they played against Miami, Bain and those guys would be all over Nussmeier because he doesn't have much speed, doesn't have much movement. He would be destroyed. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah,
Wayne, go ahead.
If I'm looking at when I look at our defense has only given up 2 touchdowns in 3 games, but we're still 1-2. Right. So if we can balance things, if we can get some real effort on offense, keep that momentum going on defense, the coaching step up and put these guys in better position to win these games. I think we can turn this thing around. But when I look at that schedule, these guys are built different. I always wanted to play a Miami every week. I always wanted to play a Florida State, Georgia, Alabama every week because I always felt like iron sharpens iron. I don't want to play the LIUs. I don't want to play the Kent States. I don't want to play those type of teams because I don't feel like we had the same level. And I always wanted to play, top notch every week. And what we got coming in here on Saturday, we're going to have to play the game of our lives to prevent embarrassment.
Right. The longer you're in it, the better chance you have. But if you fall behind, like most of Miami's opponents, I don't think you're going to catch
that defense. I mean, that defense of Miami is, it's starting to look like Jerome Brown, Cortez Kennedy, the Dan Stubbs. It's starting to look like that type of defense all over again.
Yep. Well, so I want to hear from Duane Starks. What do you look at your outlook for this game coming up and what Miami has to do to keep on taking care of business?
I believe that our talent has to outshine their talent. One of the things that we were talking about and I keep hearing over and over is about the talent that both teams have, right? And, Florida is a talented team, But let's be realistic. I think our talent is better. And that's not just, trash talking or whatever, just being realistic with it. We have some pretty good guys on our team. What has to take place is we have to apply pressure. Lagwig is a pretty decent quarterback. I don't think he's great or like Heisman Trophy type of quarterback, but he's, he can get some things done. And if we apply the pressure, then I've seen him fold and fold a tent, when the pressure comes. Make some mistakes, throw interceptions, So stuff like that is really important when you talk about the outlook of what I expect next week. I think
I have a question for Lewis.
Fletcher. I believe Fletcher has the game of his life. That's one of the things that I see. I believe he has the game of his life, and one good thing is that I think you're going to see back spread the ball again. If you see the last game, I believe every receiver on the roster got a catch. If you look at it, and that was pretty wild. And I was like, I didn't even know that kid was on the team. So and listen, Daniels is coming around. I expect him to continue to do and be very consistent at what he's doing. He has the size, the speed, and that's going to look good. So predicting the score I wouldn't do. But I think we win convincingly.
Yeah, Lewis. So I look at the Gators, and I'm not sure I see leadership. I don't think Lagway is a leader, and if he is, those 5 picks didn't help. And I don't think the coach is a leader. I don't know how many of those guys really believe in him. So what do you think? Because you need leaders. Beck's obvious a leader. Everybody knows Mario's the leader. The defensive guy, Bain, is the leader. So there's people to look up to. What's going on up there? It doesn't seem like there just doesn't seem like there's a direction that they follow to be successful.
I mean, you're absolutely right. I would think that a guy like Tariq Sapp or Caleb, the defensive tackle, they step up and challenge all of these guys in a closed door players only meeting and say, "Hey guys, come on, we got the talent. We can play with anybody. So let's prove it." But nobody seems to be stepping up on either side of the ball. And that's going to be a major problem. I mean, when this game starts off this weekend, if Miami detects if they smell any type of blood, we can forget about it. I mean, it'll be like an attack of great white sharks on a seal.
Ooh. One can only hope.
Well, when we come back, fellas, I want to touch on a couple of other things on Miami's offense versus Florida's defense, and we got to talk about this party that's going to be happening Friday at the Hard Rock. Day before, we're going to hit it so hard. We're going to start tailgating the day before the game. We're just going to party straight until 7:30 p.m. on Saturday. So we have a lot coming up. You want to keep it locked right here on this brand new episode of Locked On Canes. We are proudly brought to you by Prize Picks, the daily fantasy app where making the right call can actually pay off. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right means cashing in. With football back, Prize Picks is the simplest and fastest way to get in on the action. You just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player projections, and you can turn your takes into real prizes all in less than 60 seconds. Guys, I've been on Prize Picks since 2021, so I'm happy they're part of the Locked On family because I've been playing it for a long time. It's quick, it's easy, and honestly, my favorite way to follow along with football. I love checking on projections like Josh Allen for more or less than 270 passing yards, Saquon Barkley more or less than 1 rushing touchdown. And the best part, even if one of your picks misses, Prize Picks invented the flex play so you can still double your money. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code LOCKEDONCollege to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code LOCKEDONCollege for $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 play. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Folks, we are also brought to you by FanDuel. And guys, with this busy and exciting college football season and NFL season being in full swing, FanDuel is making sure you're ready for kickoff with a can't-miss offer. Right now, new customers can bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. I love using FanDuel because however you like to bet, I'm a big fan of player props. I love same game parlays. I love live betting. You kind of get a better sense when you see the first drive or two. You can jump in as the action unfolds. It makes every game more exciting, whether you're watching your team or just keeping an eye on your fantasy lineup. It's quick, easy, and the best way to add a little more energy to your Sundays and Saturdays. So are you ready to play? Download the FanDuel app now by visiting FanDuel.com to get started. That's FanDuel.com to place your first $5 bet. Thank you so much for making Locked On Canes your first listen. For your next listen, make sure you check out Locked On ACC. Kenton Gibbs co-hosts that show with me, and so much to get to with Clemson suffering the upset loss, with Miami continuing to roll. Florida State moves up 3 spots in the rankings on their day off. So we got a lot to get to on Locked On ACC as well. But here on Locked On Canes, we got the truth teller, Bruce Warner. We got Miami Dolphins and Florida Gators legend, Louis Oliver. We got Super Bowl winner with the Ravens and Miami Hurricanes legend, Duane Starks with us. And so, Louis, I want to get your take on what you've seen from Miami's offense so far and Florida's defense and what you look at as the important matchups there.
If we don't pressure Beck, we're gonna be in trouble. Miami, their offense is so balanced. I mean, you got Beck, you got the receivers, you got Malachi, you got CJ. As Duane alluded to earlier, every receiver caught a pass this past weekend. So they got talent all around the ball. The offensive line, those guys are dogs. Going up against our defense, I'm really not too comfortable with our secondary. If Caleb is down with another injury, he came out of the LSU game and didn't go back in. So if he's out, that's going to be a major problem because he's he's definitely I think our best defensive player. If he's not there, we're not getting any pressure. I'm a realist. So I don't sugarcoat anything. If these guys don't come ready to play, snap their damn helmets on and just say, look here, win, lose, or draw, I'm going to die here on this field. If they don't come with that type of mentality, this will be over. This will be so early. They can put them back on the plane and send them back to Gainesville after the first quarter.
They could play really, really hard and still get beat, and they could get beat badly even if they play the best game. It's possible.
Yeah, but if you play really, really hard and it's a close game and you get beat, you don't mind because you feel like you're coming back, you're coming around, you're becoming that team, you're becoming that organization. But if that doesn't happen, with where we are mentally right now and all the chaos that's going on around this football team in Gainesville, they could easily just tuck their tails and run.
Right, and they could do that if Miami scores first, like the other day, 14-0 in the first quarter. They may fold their tent early. Who knows what their mental state is.
Hold on, Duane Starks, did you almost crash the golf cart there? What happened?
We did.
No, he crashed the car. Oh man,
you didn't hit anybody.
Driving while on Locked On Canes can be hazardous there on the golf course.
But here's the thing.
I was hoping you guys didn't realize that.
I was looking at like a very sharp turn, and I looked down below. I'm like, oh, I hope Duane's okay down here.
Yeah, I'm good. Minor fender bender.
Might have been a gator.
It's happened to me before. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I just want somebody to step up from my team. That's all. I'm looking for anybody to say, hey, guy, I want to be that guy. You could put the lens on me. I'm gonna be that guy, and that's those are the type of players I'm looking for. I want that type of player that embraces that challenge. Let me run into Goliath. Let me be David. Let me be David and go up against Goliath. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for on Saturday. I'm looking for some of my players to say, look guess what? I'm David. I got a slingshot. I'm taking down the giant.
Well, Duane, let me give you the last word on kind of your view on Miami's offense, what needs to happen this Saturday.
I think they need to play their game. I mean, I don't think we're predictable this year. I think that everything that we do is more so surprising. I mean, you may see some of the same plays every now and then, but hey, if it's working, let it work, right? But I think we're more diversified in the fact that we can run the ball, we can actually throw the ball. and our special teams are playing well, and our defense is playing well. So when I look at things like that, I think that's a recipe for success. And it's going to be hard for a lot of teams to actually to challenge that and to be on the successful end of that. As like I say, this week we come in, we have to go out and play well. You know, we have to jump out on top and do what we do. It's a rivalry game, and they're going to come out hard and fighting. So we have to take the fight out of the dog really fast.
Right. We need to be very aggressive right from the get-go, just right from the beginning. First snap, aggressive. And make them try to add physical. I mean, Notre Dame came here very physical. They didn't look as physical as Miami. That's for sure.
I just think they're surprised at how physical we are this year. I mean, when they look back on film of last year and see like, oh, okay, they're getting there. But I think this year we're there, you know. And you know, I've seen when Miami played the Alabamas and it was just a mismatch. I've seen, you know, them play other teams and it was just a mismatch. But this year, I think we're going to match up well with any team that's out there.
Yeah. You guys got dogs everywhere, D. You got dogs on everywhere. Yep. I mean, I wish we had what you guys have right now. And this would be a different story. But I'm hoping these guys come out and fight like hell this Saturday. I mean, everything, every ounce of energy you got in your body, they're going to have to expend it out there on that field because you guys are coming with so much talent, boy. Send some of it to the Dolphins. Send some of it to the Dolphins, too.
Yes, please.
Hey, Lou.
I'll
tell you one thing, Lou.
Look at that. That's
this
beautiful.
Is where we're going, baby.
Yeah.
All day. As long as I keep this old school bird, we're going to be all right.
Okay.
Well, and let's and Lewis, I know I'm kind of hoping that Billy Napier doesn't like bring you near the Gator players because you're getting me motivated hearing you talk. So I don't want you giving that Gator motivation, but I know you're going to be motivating the Gator fans at the party this Friday at the Hard Rock Hotel. Let people know, and then Duane, you can chime in on that as well. But we'll start with Lewis. Because this event is going to be fans can show up to it, right?
This is open to the public. Once Duane and I saw the collegiate schedule for both teams, we got together and said, hey man, you know, being that Florida's coming here to Miami to redeem themselves from last season, let's put together something big with the players because there's a whole lot of smack talking, and no matter the records, I mean, it's going to be smack talking anyway. So we're going to be at their day club at the Hard Rock this Friday from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. Tons of players. I mean, we're going to be giving away giveaways, signed footballs, and things of the nature. And but it's really just a big fellowship party for all the ex-athletes, the alumni from both universities, the football fans. So you know, there's going to be families here. So Duane and I both got players calling, hey man, I need a section, I need to get in, how many people can I bring? So it's going to be a lot of smack talking, I can tell you that. But it's going to be a fun time. We're going to have a great time. Music's going to be there, food's going to be there, and hey, let's make it happen before that game kicks off on Saturday. So Friday 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. at their day club at the Hard Rock Hotel.
Before Duane goes, give me some of the former Gators that are going to be there.
Gators, I got Eric Red, I got Riedel Anthony, Javon Curse, Channing Crowder, the Pouncey brothers. I've invited, I'm waiting on a confirmation from Coach Spurrier. He's going to let me know when he gets here on Wednesday, Thursday. So, I mean, here locally, we still got a ton of Gators in Canes here, Lawrence Wright, Major Wright, Jarvis Herring. I mean, it's like the football team is coming, and from the 80s, from the 90s, from the 2000s, and I wish Duane could bring some of these current players from so they can hang out, get a little drunk, get a little inebriated, so we can have a shot on Saturday.
I don't need any distractions from those Canes. Those current Canes, you know, I'm going to let them, maybe a coach or two, but no, we're going to let them focus. But right now, you know, I'm going to have a lot of my good friends there, some of the Hall of Famer guys, some, of course, Melvin Bratton, William Joseph. I'm talking about, you know, the whole crew, Bruce, man. You know, we're here to do what we need to do and support each other. So we're going to be there.
Is coming?
And not just players. I mean, we're not just football. We're going to have all our alumni there. We have the school pushing out to all of the alumni from the University of Miami. So this is going to be the biggest tailgate party the University of Miami ever had. So, and Florida, of course, with combination is and working together is always great, right? Lewis had the idea, and he contacted me, and I was like, "Yo, that's right up my alley." So, we're gonna make it all work.
I'm going to tell you just a little interest. I'm going to tell you what I always admired about UM, and this is what I tell my Gator people. I say, look, when I look on a UM sideline for a home game, I see Ray Lewis, I see Michael Irvin, I see Stubbs, I see all the past greats, and it's like though the present players, they look up to them as if like they're being passed through like a ritual. And these guys, when I look at that sideline, you're playing the new guys, the current guys, as well as the old guys. We don't have that type of culture at Florida. If I go back to Florida, go to a game, I'm gonna have to sit so high in the stadium I could touch the sun.
No way. Really?
These guys, these UM guys, you look at that. Look at the sideline this Saturday and tell me how many former players you're going to see on the sideline with no press credentials talking up these young guys, the new guys that are currently on the field. And you're going to look at our sideline with that coaching staff by themselves, and they're going to look lost.
Man, I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate this. And folks, and again, like we heard Duane and Lewis talking about this amazing party, 4 to 11 p.m. Bruce Warner and I are also going to be there, and people will be surprised. I know Bruce is like almost twice my age. I'm probably going to leave earlier than Bruce will even, but I'll be. Yeah. I can guarantee you from like 4 to 8, I will definitely be out there if people want to.
Hey, Lou, why don't you tell them a little bit about the atmosphere of the party, because we got a pool there as well.
Well, hold on a second. But you guys,
we're gonna have, there'll be bikinis. There'll be bikinis in the pool.
Not
maybe I'll stay till 9.
So hey man, we're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be a great environment. Everybody's there gonna be looking for. I know I'm looking forward to running into some of my old nemesis from the Canes. But it's all friendship, and it's all love, and it's all smack talking.
And is there a charge?
Is there a cost to get in?
It's $30, and hey, and that's it.
Unless you want a table. You want a table reserve? Get that though. You can get that too.
I just want to know when Alex and I show up, do we have to just stand in line for a ticket? Or are we on a list of something to get in?
Come on, man. I'm gonna personally escort you guys in. Personally.
Yes. That's how we roll. Either that or I'm just going to try to follow my guy Channing Crowder in there. But if I get the personal escort, that's even better. We appreciate you guys so much. Miami legend Duane Starks, Gator, and Miami Dolphin legend Louis Oliver. And, of course, Duane Starks, I followed his NFL career as well. Super Bowl championship with the Baltimore Ravens. Bruce Warner is a legend in his own mind, the truth teller. I'm Alex Donno.
Bruce is
Thanks,
great,
everyone.
man.
Thanks, everyone, for making Locked On Canes your first listen. We'll talk to you next time on another episode right here on the awesome Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Thanks, guys.